Coming home after 14 months on the road feels so surreal, but I can still say that I love the color of my house. My door needs a good scrub and painting. I put a facade on there. Long story. Anyway, I'm not going to show you guys the inside of my house right now because after 14 months on the road, it is atrocious and it needs a lot of work to get settled back into. But here we go. Hi, old friend. Been a minute. I forgot how comfortable this bed is. It feels so good to be home. I did come home to a laundry list of problems. I have my heat out, so I'm using space heaters to heat the house. Currently it's like 50 some odd degrees in here, but that's fine. I'm used to the cold from being out on the road. My faucet in my kitchen busted wide open when the temperatures dropped down to like 5 degrees in December of 2022, and the power grid in my neighborhood went out. So that busted open. I did know about that because I had friends checking on my house. And then my freezer is backed up and leaking. Samsung is notorious for having freezer issues, so it's kind of ruined the hardwood wood floors underneath. And I'll have to see what I can do about that. But I mean, it does feel good to be home. This is my first time back in a real bed in 14 months, and I forgot how dang comfy this bed is. I love this bed. But it feels good to be home. I do miss the road. Initially, I'm very sad about leaving the road, and I don't want to call it depression, but I feel depression like creeping in. It's tough. It's tough to make big life changes, and going back to something that I loved my life here, don't get me wrong, but it's so routine, and I am not a routine person. I enjoy breaking up the routine and doing the crazy stuff that I did. Like, it just brings me so much life. So it's like I feel a little lifeless when I get home, and I think my challenge right now is trying to figure out how to add life to the life that I have here that I love so much, and my friends came over right away to help me unpack. And it's like I miss that. I missed that when I was on the road. I also built a community when I was on the road. So, I've got those friends too that I can always link back up with down the road. But I definitely miss my friends. That was a nice homecoming, and they were insistent on helping me too. They wouldn't take no for an answer, but um it feels good. I missed security in my house, and I'm a little emotional because, I did something really big and something that was so transformative and changed my life. And now we're back here, and now we got to figure it all out again. And that keeps me going. I'm a weirdo, guys. Like, I enjoy the challenge of starting from scratch. And what else am I going to build with the knowledge and the capabilities that I now know that I have? So it's interesting to kind of go through this process and figure all that out. And I just dreams are real, and they happen every day, and people make their dreams happen. And I don't see why, if I could do it, that anybody else wouldn't be able to do it. Live a little unconventionally compared to others, but I thrive living unconventionally, and I want the same for everybody else to experience what I've experienced. Because when you do this and you finally accomplish your dream, it's freaking incredible and it's phenomenal. But anyway, that's a long ramble, but yeah, I'm gonna get started on all that work tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be calling about my heat. Then I've got to get a faucet ordered or go to the Home Depot and pick up a faucet on discount there for the kitchen, and then I'll have to figure out how to change all that. And then I'll have to, what do I have to do? Oh yeah, the freezer and the floor, and that's all I found so far. I'm a little nervous to run laundry and a little nervous to run the dishwasher just to make sure that those lines haven't busted. So I'm going to wait until the morning, and that way I can check under the house, make sure nothing's leaking when I run all that, and check all that out. So the fun stuff of coming home and reality just slapping you in the face. It's like, reality, I've avoided you for almost 14 months now, and here you are again. It doesn't leave. But anyway, I'm going to get a good night's rest and get up in the morning and see what we can get accomplished. I think one of the coolest parts about coming home from a trip like this is the reflection. Trying to write it all down before it escapes you and trying to remember it just the way it was. And I'm not writing a book, but I kind of sort of am, but I don't know. And that's the beauty of it. It can be whatever I want it to be, and that's what it'll be. One of the things when I got home, my faucet blew out from underneath during like 5-degree temperatures. So I am in the process of replacing that so that I can use the sink again because everything needs to be cleaned, and having that working is essential. This is no fun coming home to a house that's been vacant for 14 months and switching this out by yourself. But it's just a little tiny space back here that I'm working with to try and get that all unscrewed. And sometimes you gotta be smarter than the object that you're working with. So I had to actually unscrew it from the top because I don't have the right tools to clamp on down to the bottom there and unscrew it that way. Ugh, this is not fun. I had no intention of leaving for this long. These poor guys, I'm surprised anything hung on here. All the plants are dead. My timing couldn't have been better coming home with all of the problems that my house had and these sub-zero temperatures coming up. I actually had to have my heating unit replaced. So these sub-zero temperatures and getting snowed in could not have come at a better time with me getting home. I'm a mutt fan at heart, so Charlie's probably the most beautiful dog I will ever own, and somehow the snow makes her look so dirty. Hey, buddy. Charlie was right in her element, so we did a lot of walks over the next couple days, like a lot of walks. We just walked and walked and walked and walked and then walked some more and then some more and then we walked some more and then some more and then more walks. Why not? She's a husky. She belongs outside. What? Just taking a break from all of the cleaning that I've been doing. And it's been weird being back home. I've really enjoyed it. It's just, and I've kind of not. Like, I miss the road. It's just so different. It's weird coming home after all this time out on the road, and nothing's changed. Everything's the same. Like, I'm right back in my same old habits, my same old routine, and I'm just like, life is too short to fall right back in that little routine and kind of regress. So I've got to figure out what's next and kind of where my life is leading me. I don't have to figure it out tomorrow, but I really need to figure out where I'm going because I'm kind of like in this same spot that I was right before I left, and I don't want to be back there because this trip was way too much progress and way too transformative to backtrack. So, I mean, I'm enjoying being in a house and having a flushing toilet and a shower whenever I wanted. I just blew out my hair this morning and I'm like, I can actually blow dry my hair, take a shower. It was probably the longest shower I've taken in 14 months. I felt comfortable at my parents' house, of course, but like your own shower, your own home, you can run laundry whenever you want. You can do the dishes whenever you want. You can do whatever you want in your own home. But when you're in somebody else's home, it's a little bit different. So it's really nice to be in my own home, to do whatever I please with my time. And I'm snowed in still. I can't get outside. I don't know if you can see, but anyway, so the snow is we got about 6 to 8 inches, and I live on a hill, and there is no getting out of my driveway, and I parked my car in there knowing that I might be stuck for a few days, which is fine. I stocked my house up with so much food before I left for this trip. I was literally ready for an apocalypse. I didn't know what the conditions were going to be like coming home, if I was A, going to be broke, B, if the economy was going to be so out of whack that food was going to be weird and unaffordable. I just didn't know. So I just stocked it all up because we were in a really weird place economically before I left. And so I have a ton of non-perishables. I have enough pasta and pasta sauce to feed this entire neighborhood or an army for like a week at least. So I'll be good for a bit. What are you doing? I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. You silly girl. Rupert begged and I finally took him out. I love this cat. He just cracks me up. I've never met a cat that's as cool as he is. Dun, 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 dun. It's really deep back here. This is funny. Rupert. Yeah, you getting cold? So let's go back in. Let's get you warmed up, buddy. You're a brave little boy. Okay. Cold? You ready to go back in, buddy? Okay. I absolutely love being snowed in. Like, I have no problems with it. This is my favorite time. You can usually get stuff done. You can stay motivated because you're kind of stuck. There's really nowhere else to go. My car's snowed in. I'm snowed in. I am just perfectly content that way. So. Sometimes it's hard to capture that perfect moment on film, like your adorable cat being the big spoon. Come on. That's why I drug him around this country with me. Sweet boy. Y'all, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me these past couple months on this crazy journey that I've been on. I haven't even changed out of my pajamas for like a week. I've been wearing pajamas every day because I've been snowed in. The house is still atrocious. Charlie is waiting on me to take her out. I would show you the rest of my house, but good Lord, 14 months of being on the road and unpacking. It's like an elephant. You just have to eat one bite at a time. And I've also been dealing with a very minor medical issue that it kind of slowed me down a little bit this week, but we're in the process of getting everything fine. So, I mean, it just is what it is. It's getting older. Fun stuff. But anyway, I hope to see y'all down the road, and I hope that if you are thinking about taking a crazy trip or, living your dream, do it. I hope it just inspires you to do something different. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but we'll figure it out. I haven't even reached out to work yet to see if I can have my old job back. I kind of like getting down to nothing and building back from scratch and seeing what I come up with, because that's sometimes when you have your best ideas. So, but I do have a lot coming up next week that I am so excited to share with you. I can't wait to get this in motion and get it rolling. I think it's going to be really fun. But next week, I will fill you guys in on what next steps look like for me. And yeah, so we'll see. Anyway, hope to see y'all down the road. Y'all take care. I'll see you next week.